Hey there, and welcome back to Sparkle and Shine, the podcast that helps you keep your home looking and feeling its best. I'm your host, Laila, and today we are talking about something that doesn't always get the attention it deserves, but oh boy, does it work hard for you every single day. Any guesses? I'll give you a hint. It's right beneath your feet. Yep, today we're showing some love to your floors. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you gave your floors a little extra love? I mean, really thought about how much they go through in a day. Pet paws, muddy shoes, spilled coffee. It's a battlefield down there. They handle everything from the moment you wake up to the second you go to bed. But here's the good news. Keeping them looking fresh and feeling great doesn't have to be a huge chore. In fact, with just a few simple maintenance tricks, you can extend the life of your floors and keep them shining like new for years to come. And trust me, it is so much easier than people think. So, what are we talking about today? Well, we've got some good stuff lined up for you, including daily habits that make a big difference in keeping your floors looking their best, the best cleaning methods for different types of flooring, because let's be honest, you wouldn't clean your carpet the same way you clean tile. Or at least I hope you wouldn't. How to prevent scratches, stains, and long-term damage, because there is nothing worse than seeing a big scratch on your beautiful hardwood or a stubborn stain on your favorite rug. And of course, professional tips for maintaining carpets, hardwood, tile, and more, straight from the experts. So, whether you're sipping your morning coffee, doing a little weekend cleanup, or just looking for ways to make your home feel fresher, this episode is for you. Oh, and if you're holding a mop right now, honestly, even better. Let's dive in. All right, let's talk about the little things that make a big difference. You don't need to spend hours scrubbing your floors every week to keep them looking fresh. Nope. It all comes down to a few small daily habits, the kind of stuff that, if you do it consistently, will save you from major cleaning headaches later on. So let's break it down. Here are 3 super simple routines that will keep your floors looking amazing with minimal effort. Number 1, the 2-minute rule. This one is a game changer. At the end of the day, right before you crash on the couch to binge your favorite show or head off to bed, take just 2 minutes to do a quick sweep or vacuum of your high traffic areas. I'm talking about entryways, kitchens, and hallways, the places where dirt, crumbs, and pet hair seem to multiply overnight. If you knock it out in 2 minutes a day, you'll prevent all that debris from getting ground into your floors and becoming harder to clean later. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You wouldn't skip brushing all week and then try to make up for it with a deep cleaning on Sunday, right? Same idea here. A little bit of effort every day keeps the buildup at bay and makes your weekly cleaning routine so much easier. Number 2. The no shoes policy. Okay, real talk. Do you wear shoes inside your house? If you do, no judgment, but you might want to reconsider. Shoes track in so much dirt, bacteria, and even tiny rocks that can scratch up your hardwood or wear down your carpet fibers. And if you've ever stepped in something questionable outside, yeah, you definitely don't want that making its way onto your floors. The easiest solution? A simple no shoes policy. Just kick them off at the door. If you want to make it feel more inviting, keep a basket of cozy slippers or comfy socks by the entryway so you and your guests always have something to slip into. And I know, some people love wearing shoes inside, and that's totally fine. But if you want to preserve the life of your floors, limiting outside dirt is a huge step in the right direction. Try it for a week, and I promise you'll see the difference. And number 3, wipe up spills fast. Okay, this one is simple. They're all simple, but this one is super simple but super, super important. Spills happen. We all know that. Maybe it's a little splash of coffee in the morning. I mean, my dad poured his coffee the other day and just splattered it all over the counter and cabinets and floor. It was a mess. Or, your kid knocks over a juice box, or let's be real, a wine glass takes a tumble after a long day. The key? Don't let it sit. Even small spills can stain carpets, warp hardwood, or create slick, dangerous spots on tile. And here's the thing. Liquid loves to soak in fast. If you let it sit, it seeps into the fibers, gets under the finish, and becomes way harder to remove. So, what's the best move? Grab a microfiber cloth and blot. Don't rub. If you rub, you're actually pushing the liquid deeper into the surface. Instead, press down gently, let the cloth soak it up, and then clear the area with the right cleaner for your floor type. And if you spill something really sticky, like juice, syrup, or pretty much anything sugary, make sure to follow up with a damp mop or a gentle cleaner so you don't leave behind any residue. Because let's be honest, nobody wants to step into a sticky spot in bare feet. See, that wasn't too hard, right? 2 minutes of vacuuming, no shoes inside, and quick spill cleanups. That's it. If you can get these 3 habits down, your floors will look better, last longer, and need fewer deep cleans. And if you're feeling ambitious, maybe challenge yourself to stick to these habits for a week. I promise by the end of it, you'll start noticing a huge difference in how fresh and clean your floors feel. So we've covered those small daily habits that help keep your floors looking fresh with minimal effort. But let's be real, not all floors are created equal when it comes to cleaning. I mean, you wouldn't wash your delicate silk blouse the same way you would wash your gym clothes, right? Well, the same goes for floors. If you're treating hardwood like tile or carpet like laminate, you could be making some big cleaning mistakes. And I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen. So, let's break it down floor by floor, because knowing the right way to clean each type will not only keep them looking fresh, but it'll also extend their lifespan and save you from costly repairs down the road. So, number 1, hardwood floors, the classic choice. Hardwood floors. They're elegant, timeless, and honestly, they make any home feel cozy and sophisticated. But let me tell you, they are high maintenance. If you're not careful, one wrong move can lead to warping, cracking, or permanent dullness. The best cleaning method? Sweep daily. Yeah, I said daily, because dust, dirt, and pet hair act like tiny pieces of sandpaper that scratch the surface over time. Mop weekly with a wood-safe cleaner, and here's the important part, use a damp mop, not a soaking wet one. Hardwood does not like water, and too much moisture will seep into the wood, causing it to swell, warp, or even rot. The biggest mistake, as you can probably guess, is using too much water or harsh chemicals like vinegar and ammonia. These can strip the finish and leave your floors looking dull and lifeless. Also, and this is a big one, never, ever, ever, I repeat, never use a steam mop. I know, steam sounds like a great way to sanitize, but the heat and the moisture can force water into the wood, leading to buckling and damage over time. Stick to gentle wood-approved cleaners and your floors will thank you, I promise. Now let's talk about carpets. We love them. They're soft, warm, make our homes feel inviting, and let's be real, they trap everything. Dust, pet hair, food crumbs, allergens, you name it, it's hiding in there. And if you're not keeping up with regular maintenance, your carpet is basically a sponge for dirt and bacteria. So the best cleaning method here? Vacuum at least twice a week. And if you have pets, make that 3 times. Use a HEPA filter vacuum to capture all those microscopic allergens floating around. And deep clean your carpet every 9 to 12 months. If you have kids, pets, or allergy sufferers in the house, you might want to do it even more often. The biggest mistake is ignoring high traffic areas because, let's face it, the walkway from the couch to the fridge gets a lot more love than that lonely corner by the bookshelf. Those busy spots need extra attention, or they'll start to show wear and trap even more dirt. Also, don't rely on vacuuming alone. Deep cleaning is a must to remove all the grime lurking beneath the surface. All right, now on to tile floors. You'd think tile is easy, right? Just mop and go? Not so fast. Tile hides dirt in plain sight, and if you're skipping the grout, you're not really cleaning your floors. The best cleaning method is to sweep or vacuum daily to remove dust and debris before it gets ground into the grout lines. Mop weekly using warm water and a mild detergent. Nothing too harsh, or you could dull the finish. The biggest mistake that we've seen people make is forgetting the grout. Listen, even the cleanest tile looks dirty if the grout is grimy. Over time, grout absorbs spills, dirt, and even bacteria, turning that crispy white into a dingy brown. Gross, right? Good news, a simple baking soda and vinegar paste works wonders. Scrub it with an old toothbrush, let it sit, and rinse with warm water. And here's a pro tip. Seal your grout once a year to keep it stain resistant and easy to clean. All right. As I adjust and you hear all the chair noises. All right, last but not least, laminate and vinyl floors. If you love low maintenance flooring, this is for you. They're budget friendly, durable, and the newer stuff is water resistant. But that doesn't mean they're completely carefree. The best method to keep these clean would be to dry mop or vacuum regularly to keep the dirt from building up. If you need to mop, use a barely damp microfiber mop and a gentle cleaner. Again, no soaking wet mops. I don't think I can enforce that enough. Make sure your mops are damp, not wet. Again, the biggest mistake here is too much water. Just like hardwood, laminate and vinyl have protective layers that can be ruined by excess moisture. If water seeps into the seams, it can cause warping, bubbling, or peeling, and that's not something you can easily fix. Also, avoid harsh scrubbers or abrasive cleaners that can scratch the finish and make your floors look dull. So, to sum it all up, not all floors are created equal, and they definitely shouldn't be cleaned the same way. Hardwood hates water, carpets need deep cleaning, tile and grout is secretly a dirt magnet, and laminate is great until you drown it in mop water. Keeping your floors clean doesn't have to be complicated. A little daily maintenance, the right cleaning products, and knowing what not to do will help keep your floors looking fresh for years to come. So now you know the best ways to clean each type of floor, whether it's hardwood, carpet, tile, or laminate. You've got the right methods to keep them looking fresh. But here's the thing. Even with the best intentions, some habits could be slowly ruining your floors, and you might not even realize it. Sometimes we follow old school cleaning tips or just do what seems easiest, but not all hacks are actually helpful. So let's bust some of the biggest floor care myths and make sure you're not accidentally creating more work for yourself. Or worse, shortening the lifespan of your floors. So myth number 1, you should use vinegar on all floors and everything, everywhere. Vinegar is the go-to cleaner that everyone swears by. You've probably seen it all over Pinterest and cleaning blogs. I mean, even our blog has it. Just use vinegar. It's natural. It's safe. Well, yes and no. Vinegar is great for some surfaces, like tile and glass. But if you're using it on hardwood floors, yikes. Vinegar is too acidic for hardwood. Over time, it can strip the finish, leaving your floors looking dull and lifeless. And if the finish wears down completely, you're exposing the raw wood, which can dry out, crack, and even warp. So, what's the better alternative? A pH-balanced wood floor cleaner designed specifically for hardwood floors. It'll get your floors clean without slowly eating away at the protective layer. Myth number 2. Mop water can sit on the floor while drying. Okay, let's talk about something super common. Mopping your floors and then just walking away while they, quote, air dry. Seems harmless, right? Wrong. This is one of the fastest ways to ruin hardwood and laminate flooring. Water sitting on the surface may not seem like a big deal at first, but over time, it seeps in, causing warping, swelling, and even mold growth. Always dry your floors immediately after mopping, especially if you have hardwood or if you have hardwood or laminate. Use a dry microfiber cloth or a fan to speed up the drying process. And if you have tile, it's a little bit more forgiving, but standing water can still seep into the grout lines, leading to staining and weakening of the grout over time. Myth number 3. Steam cleaners are good for all floors. Steam cleaning sounds like a magic solution for deep cleaning your floors. After all, it's just hot water vapor, right? No harsh chemicals, no residue, seems perfect. But not so fast. Do-it-yourself steam cleaners may be great for some surfaces, especially in between professional cleanings, but if you're using it on hardwood, laminate, or vinyl, you could be doing some serious damage. Here's the problem. Steam forces moisture deep into the seams of the hardwood or vinyl flooring. Over time, again, as I've said maybe 3 or 4 times now, the moisture can cause warping, swelling, or even peeling. Hardwood floors in particular do not like sudden temperature changes or excessive moisture, and steam cleaners create both. So while steam works wonders for tile and grout, it's a no-go for wood and vinyl. Instead, stick to a damp microfiber mop and a cleaner made for your floor type. It'll get rid of dirt without risking moisture damage. And bonus mistake that some people don't realize, using the wrong vacuum setting on the hardwood. I have to throw in one more floor damaging mistake that I see all the time. And like I said, that's using the wrong vacuum setting on hardwood floors. Vacuuming is great for keeping hardwood floors dust-free, but if you're using a beater bar or a rotating brush attachment, you might be scratching your floors every time you clean. Switch to a vacuum with a hardwood safe setting, or turn off the brush roll to prevent unnecessary damage. And if you want to be extra careful, use the soft bristle attachment or a dry microfiber mop instead. All right, now that we've covered the biggest floor damaging mistakes, you might be wondering, what's the best way to clean my floors without using harsh chemicals or expensive products? Well, I've got you covered. You don't need a cabinet full of fancy cleaners to keep your floors looking amazing. In fact, some of the best cleaning solutions are probably already sitting in your kitchen. So let's talk about some easy DIY floor care remedies that are safe, effective, and budget friendly. Because let's be real, who doesn't love a good home hack? Hardwood floors are beautiful, but they need gentle care to stay that way. And I know it's tempting to reach for the strongest cleaner you can find, but trust me, less is more when it comes to hardwood. Instead of using harsh chemicals, try this simple mix: warm water and a few drops of dish soap. Yeah, that's it. It cuts through dirt and grime without damaging the finish. Here's the trick though. Your mop should be barely damp. If it's soaking wet, that water can seep into the wood and cause warping. So wring it out really, really well. Mop gently and let it air dry. Or if it's a little bit too wet, go ahead and get a dry mop after and dry up the floor once you're done. And for a little extra shine, a teeny tiny bit of olive oil on a microfiber cloth can help bring back that natural glow. Just be sure to buff it out so it doesn't get too slippery. Okay, what about carpets? Because even if you vacuum every day, odors can still linger in carpets, right? And if you have pets or kids, forget about it. Your carpet is holding on to more smells than you think. Don't worry. This trick is so easy, it works like magic. Basically, baking soda. Just sprinkle it all over your carpet. Let it sit for at least 15 minutes and then vacuum it up. The baking soda absorbs odors and leaves your carpet smelling fresh and clean, without any overpowering artificial scents. Bonus, if you want to add a little extra freshness, you can actually mix in a couple drops of essential oils with the baking soda before you sprinkle. Lavender, lemon, or tea tree oil are all really good choices. The only thing I would caveat here is test it in a small area. Make sure the essential oils don't leave any kind of residue or staining before you go ahead and start sprinkling that everywhere. Another bonus tip is you can actually use baking soda on your upholstery too. Now, if you have tile floors, you know the real struggle isn't the tile themselves. It's the grout. No matter how much you mop, if your grout is dirty, your floors still look messy. So here is a simple, powerful DIY cleaner to restore your grout lines. I kind of mentioned it very briefly above. You're going to make a paste using baking soda and water. Apply it directly to the grout. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, then scrub with a stiff brush or an old toothbrush. For extra cleaning power, spray a little vinegar on top of the baking soda paste. It'll fizz up like a science experiment. Remember those volcanoes from elementary school, middle school? And help to lift dirt and stains. And once you've scrubbed it clean, rinse with warm water and dry with a clean towel. Your grout will look so much brighter. Trust me, it makes a huge difference. And before we move on, here are a couple of other bonus floor care tricks that work on almost any type of flooring. Scuff marks on hardwood or laminate, a magic eraser or a dab of toothpaste can rub them right off. If you need a quick shine boost for vinyl floors, a little white vinegar mixed with warm water can help them sparkle. Just don't use it on wood, real wood. And if you want to prevent floor scratches, felt pads underneath your furniture legs. It's a game changer, especially for hardwood and laminate. And I mean, if you put them on the bottom of your chairs when you have tile floors, it definitely makes it easier to slide around too. So there you have it, some simple, budget-friendly cleaning hacks to keep your floors looking fresh without harsh chemicals or expensive products. But even with the best routine, some messes just won't budge, no matter how hard you try. And that's when you know it's time to call in the pros. You know, we all do our best to keep our floors clean. We vacuum, we mop, we spot treat stains as soon as they happen, and for the most part, that works. But, and I know some of you are going to feel this, there comes a point when you look at your floors and think, why does this still look dirty? Or worse, why does my carpet still smell weird? Maybe your carpet has deep set stains that just won't budge. Your grout looks permanently discolored, or your hardwood has lost its shine despite all your best efforts. That's your sign that it might be time to bring in professional floor care experts to get the job done right. Because, let's be honest, no matter how diligent you are, regular home cleaning can only do so much. There are some messes, some deep-seated dirt, some stubborn stains that need professional-grade equipment and expert care to fully remove. So, when should you pick up the phone and schedule a professional cleaning? Well, let's break it down by flooring type so you'll know exactly when it's time to call in the pros. For carpets and rugs, if you notice persistent odors, deep-seated stains, or flattened fibers, that's when it's time to bring in a pro. Over time, dirt, dust, and bacteria settle deep into carpet fibers, beyond the reach of a standard vacuum cleaner. If you've vacuumed your carpet multiple times a week and it still looks dull, or worse, it smells musty, that's a major sign that a deep cleaning is overdue. Not just due, but overdue. And let's not even talk about pet accidents, because if you have a pet, I can almost guarantee there are odors lurking in your carpet that you don't even notice anymore. But trust me, your guests do. So for carpets, while we recommend every 9 to 12 months for regular cleaning, if you haven't had the time to take advantage of doing regular professional cleanings like that, persistent odors, deep stains, flattened fibers. If you see those things, you're overdue for carpet cleaning. Hardwood floors. As I said before, oh, hardwood. It's beautiful, it's timeless, and it's also incredibly easy to scratch, dull, or damage if it's not properly maintained. So if your floors are looking cloudy, scratched, or dull, it might be time for a professional buffing or refinishing. Now I know what you're thinking. Can't I just polish it myself? And sure, there are DIY polishes out there, but if there are deep scratches or uneven wear, those polishes can actually make things worse. A professional cleaning can remove built-up residue, restore the natural shine, and extend the life of your hardwood floors. Not to mention a lot of those cleaning and polishing products for wood floors leave a nice waxy film, and then you're like, oh, this is beautiful, and you apply another nice waxy film without removing the previous one. Eventually, that waxy film becomes gummy and starts retaining all the dust between the layers that you're applying, and it becomes an even bigger situation to remove it. Now, let's talk about grout. We've all been there. You scrub, and you tried the vinegar and water paste plus vinegar, and you've scrubbed some more, but that dingy dark grout just won't lighten up, and you know your grout is gray, white, beige. It's a light grout. No matter how many times you mop, somehow your tile just doesn't look as clean as it should. That's because grout is porous. It absorbs dirt, oils, and even bacteria, making it almost impossible to clean fully with just home products. If your grout looks permanently stained, or if your tile still feels sticky or grimy no matter what you do, a professional steam cleaning can work wonders. For tile and grout, we typically, again, recommend 9 to 12 months for a regular refresh. This time will increase or decrease based on your amount of traffic, yada, yada, yada. But in For most homes, 9 to 12 months makes the most sense. Now, for luxury vinyl or laminate floors, these floors, like I mentioned before, are low maintenance, which is one of the reasons that people love them. But even vinyl and laminate needs some extra TLC from time to time. If your vinyl floors start looking dull or discolored, or if laminate planks feel sticky no matter how much you clean them, a professional deep clean might be necessary to remove trapped dirt and residues from cleaning products. And hey, sometimes it's just about convenience. Maybe you're preparing for a big event, or you're moving into a new home, or maybe you just want that fresh, deep, clean feeling without spending your entire weekend scrubbing floors. Whatever the reason, professional cleaning isn't just a luxury. It's an investment in your home and your health. It's essential. So, if you're in Los Angeles or the San Fernando Valley and you're thinking, yeah, my floors could use a little extra love, give JP Carpet Cleaning Expert Floor Care a call. Their team specializes in deep cleaning for carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. And let me tell you, they know how to bring floors back to life. Remember, your floors work hard for you every single day, so why not show them some love? A little daily care, the right cleaning techniques, and a deep clean when needed can make all the difference in how your home looks and feels. Fresh floors, fresh home, it's that simple. Today we covered everything you need to know about loving your floors, from small daily habits that prevent damage to DIY cleaning solutions that work wonders. We also busted some common floor damaging myths, like why vinegar isn't always your best friend, how too much water can cause some serious damage, and why steam cleaners aren't always the miracle solution they seem to be. And of course, we talked about when it's time to call in the pros to take care of those stubborn stains and deep-seated dirt that just won't budge. But here's the thing, even the best floor care routine won't stop accidents from happening. Spills, stains, pet messes, they're just a part of life. And sometimes those stains feel impossible to remove. That's exactly why next week we're tackling one of the biggest challenges in floor care, stains. From red wine on carpet to coffee on tile and even pet accidents on hardwood, we're diving into Stains 101, how to remove the toughest spills. I'll be sharing pro tips, DIY hacks, and the best products to have on hand, so you'll always be prepared for when disaster strikes. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. If you're ready to give your floors the deep clean they deserve, I've got a special deal just for you. Use code JPClean15 for $15 off your next professional floor cleaning with JP Carpet Cleaning Expert Floor Care. Book your appointment today and let the pros handle the tough stuff, because sometimes your floors just need a little extra love. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss next week's episode. Share this episode with a friend because everyone deserves clean, happy floors. And as always, until next time, keep shining.